Alright, I have to ask everybody. Is Rebecca now gonna be a new crew member? I mean, now we have almost all the pieces that supports this so-called theory. And what do I mean by that? Well, this chapter was only about Rebecca's past, and I do mean this was a fast past. We see some memories that she had a mother, but the Dressrosa's kingdom was had a formerly name. It wasn't always called Dressrosa, Rang Kingdom or something like that. Anyways, when her mother tried to get food, she died. Mr. Soldier saved the body, you can almost say. And ever since that day, Soldier has watched over Rebecca, taught her how to fight, taught her happiness when she did not have any, and all that stuff. Her mother's name was Scarlet, and apparently she was known as Scarlet Sama. The Riku Kingdom army, the Riku Kingdom was the name of the palace and all that stuff. I don't know if that was the name of Dressrosa before, but I wonder if it really was. Well, anyway, and then Rebecca goes back because she vows to win. However, as soon as she enters the scene, she gets booed extremely much. And Luffy gets angry hearing the boos, but the prisoner reveals that Rebecca is the granddaughter of the former king who was extremely hated for some reason. And that means that Scarlet was the daughter, because, well, some armies did call her Scarlet Sama. Okay. I have to admit, this Dressrosa arc is getting more interesting. Don't you agree? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, we won't get any One Piece next week. Again! Yeah, before you start to criticize me, I know. You cannot criticize an artist. You have to respect his wishes. Still, every time this happens, for some reason it always feels like it happens in the most exciting moments. Maybe. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is, why was the former king hated? I mean, in a campaign when Don Flamingo was young 10 years ago, he somehow said that the king stole from the poor and made Dressrosa or the kingdom extremely poor, while the rest was rich. The kingdom's palace was also apparently on a high, what's that word, plateau, while the rest of the city was down there. I wonder, is it still there? Is there still kingdom atop of a big wall, or has he cut it down? Either way, we know that somehow the loved ones have forgotten that some of their loved ones are toys, so it might very well mean that Don Flamingo has a brainwasher. He somehow brainwashed everybody to think that the king was a corrupt king. Because since Rebecca is the granddaughter, she is not so very loved. Not at the least. However, Luffy's eyes hints that he will not go let these self-absorbed people go unpunished. And as I said before, we have all the hints of a new crewmate. I hate to be one of the few who always guess this. Well, I'm not a good reviewer, but what I mean is, everyone who has read One Piece, a traditional One Piece is a flashback and a sad past. And Rebecca has a sad past, and we saw a flashback. However, this flashback was extremely fast, and I had no problems with that. But normally there are many chapters, so that really does not support the fact that Rebecca will join as a crewmate. Maybe she will become the princess or queen of this Dressrosa after everything has been cleared up. The conspiracy of the Dressrosa Kingdom, I have to admit, this is getting more and more exciting. But I'm still wondering, how did did this all happen? I mean, we saw a glimpse of it. It appears that Don Flamingo was not a successor of a throne or whatever. He destroyed the kingdom and he rebuilt it. But I still want to get the question answered. How did he rebuild it? I mean, was the king extremely corrupt, or did he really use some mind twisting? I guess we have to wait a couple of weeks before we'll know. But this felt, as I said, exciting one, but nothing else. See you later.